the first thing you have to do is you've got to keep two things in your mind equally with equal vigor. One of them is you want to keep the fans happy from the first movie that you're making the sequel of, and so you have to continue the most exciting elements of the story and the characters and decide when to jump in. The other thing you got to do is deliver surprise and originality. So you have to figure out what's going to be different about this story and what's going to offer the fans food for thought.
The chimpanzee character Caesar is so important to the storyline, and yet what people do see on screen is computer-generated. How has technology influenced the stories that ultimately you're able to write?
Well, it's fascinating because when we came up with the idea for Rise many years ago, the technology to do the film with computer-generated images didn't exist, but we didn't know that. I mean, we're not techies, and so we just assumed that whatever we wrote, people could figure out a way to translate that onto the screen, and then the first film was in development for 3 years or so before Avatar was made, and so it's really Jim Cameron and Weta whose technological advances and work gave us the opportunity to do Rise the way we wanted to, because we knew that we had to move beyond actors in makeup and rubber suits, and certainly couldn't use live chimps because that would be almost impossible, but more importantly would be against the theme of what we were trying to say with Rise. I would say, though, that what's most important in all of it is that it's really not motion capture as it is performance capture, because when you see the apes, it really is the actor's performance captured on film and translated, rendered into apes. And we've on both movies seen many iterations of what the movie would look like while the actors were still in great leotards, and you forget it after a while because you just you get to know those characters and the scenes and what's playing in the scenes and what's not playing in the scenes, and different things the actors are trying, and different things that Matt Reeves is trying as a director, and then it just, when you then see it rendered, it really is the performance.
And Amanda, Rick mentioned James Cameron. Obviously, you guys have worked with James Cameron, have been working with him on the future of the Avatar franchise. He's somebody who has said he feeds off the creativity of others. How would you describe his approach to screenwriting?
Jim is extraordinarily generous with his ideas, which are, he's very inspiring, but he's also incredibly collaborative. So there's a lot of yes and, when you're batting around ideas, and the ideas are good and catching, you take them to their farthest expression. You try them out, and he's a wonderful leader and teacher. I mean, the learning curve has been very steep, and we've been fortunate before to work with great directors, and this experience has been particularly special and kind of thrilling.
And Rick, how would you describe the experience of working with Jim Cameron to the time you guys have spent with Steven Spielberg, obviously part of the work you guys have done towards the upcoming Jurassic World film?
Right. Well, it's similar in that both men, you kind of know very quickly why they're both considered geniuses and so successful in what they do. So that's very similar. They're both extremely nice. It's kind of a strange word to use but they're both really nice human beings, and open, again, both very open with their ideas, and interested in your ideas. And so, it's interesting because if from afar, you think, oh my gosh, it would be nerve-wracking, but to sit in a room with someone who's at that level. But it's not that way at all. I mean, both men really, directors really have put us at ease, and I believe put everybody at ease, and and so that's all been very, very good. And again, it's amazing the ideas that come flying out of those brains.